What's good, Plumboro? I'm Drew Barto, alongside my co-host, Mario Francesco.
What's up?
And Justin Newman.
Yo.
And show producer, the one and only Big Cat.
Good evening.
We aim to entertain and educate more than 3 Plum residents, so gather around and enjoy the sounds of Sour Plums. Welcome to the Sour Plums podcast, friends. We have a special guest host and a special guest tonight as well. You've never heard of these guys, never seen them before. Our special host tonight is the one and only Mario Francesco. How you doing, Mario?
Happy to be here as always.
It looks like we upgraded the Divine.
We did it again.
Absolutely.
Did it again. And we have a someone new to the show, Ryan McBride's brother, Jimmy.
And we've downgraded the McBride.
You know, Mike was saying the other day, he's like, I need to figure out a way to boost the ratings. And what he did, he went on vacation, got Mario.
Mm-hmm.
Then he replaced Ryan with me. 2 big upgrades. That'll help the ratings for you guys. You're welcome.
Well, that was my opening banter. As you can tell, Mike is not here tonight. He is on vacation, and what that means is that we also get a vacation from
Thank
Mike.
God.
Nobody coming in hot. Nobody
Paradise.
banging around set up right at the time. We started on time tonight, and we're ready to go. I think it's going to be a good show tonight. Mario's back. Jimmy's back. Big Cat's always here. Justin's always here. It's going to be a good show tonight. No Mike, but we do love you, Mike. We kind of miss you.
Sort of.
Kind of, sort of. Yeah, but we'll have a good show without you.
It is nice though how this has grown. It started with you and Mike, and now it's a whole crew here every other week. So I'm here for it.
Now we're trying to push Mike out.
You said that on air. I cut that out, Big Cat. We didn't want Mike to know that.
I got it.
Nah.
It's going to help the ratings.
Nah. Leave that in.
All right, gents. What are we drinking tonight?
Well, I got some Papa Divine wine here, so
Ooh.
diving into that.
Wow. I want some of that.
Out of a chalice.
It is chalice,
He's
yes.
super fancy.
Classy bitch tonight.
I just want to
Drink
make,
up.
real quick before we move on, I just want to make a note that for this episode, Mario has hair.
Yeah, I'm very confused by that.
When did that happen?
It happened over the past few weeks. It's making a comeback. The valleys are still deep. You know,
Oof.
I look like the last airbender out here, but you know, it's fine.
You got the deep V on your forehead there.
Yeah. If I wear a V-neck shirt, it says V's everywhere, man.
V's for days. Jimmy, what are you drinking?
I'm just drinking a water. Okay.
No, you're
Ooh.
not.
I'm drinking Black Dirt Rye, 3 years, and then an Icy Light.
Oh my good God.
Double
There we
fist.
go.
We always
Nice.
double fist.
What about here? Yeah, because like I said, I already have so much bourbon. If I drink bourbon all night, I'll be dead. So we just mix it in a little bit.
Don't do that.
Don't go dying on us.
What about you, Big Cat?
I had Mountain Dew.
Regular Mountain Dew? No variety? No
Regular
varietal?
Mountain Dew. Original Mountain Dew.
OG Mountain Dew.
OG. Non-alcoholic. Go ahead.
I'm going with the a classic, not your father's root beer.
It's very
Used
good
to be
stuff.
my very good go-to beverage, but it is so sweet, but it's so strong it will knock you on your ass when you drink a couple of these. So
It's
bottoms
good
up, boys.
stuff. It is good stuff.
Never had that.
I am drinking Scrappled Apple. That's a double IPA from Other Half. Other Half's putting out some really good ones. I think their favorite of mine is, it's called Broccoli. It doesn't taste like broccoli. It's an
Thank
IPA.
God.
Hazy IPA. It's delicious. I don't think it has any nutritional value like broccoli. I wish it did, but it is delicious. But the Other Half's doing some good stuff these days. All right, guys. On that note, I'd like to thank our sponsors. Thank you to Continental Comb, Tresco Concrete, the Jen Mascaro Real Estate Team, the Lulu's Pizzeria, Salute Beer Distributor, Busy Little Me, Pittsburgh Sports Complex and Self-Storage, Nesbitt's Lanes, and Coyote Outdoor. Continental Comb Barbershop, a traditional barbershop servicing the area since 1973. Up to date on all the new styles and cuts. Call 412-795-7555 and mention Sour Plums for $5 off any service.
Tresco Concrete, the best concrete products on the market. Ready-mix concrete delivered to your door, guaranteed to get hard or your money back. And as always, their concrete is all natural, no supplements, and always 100% Viagra-free.
The Jen Mascaro team proudly supports the Sour Plums podcast. When it comes to selling your home promptly and at peak value, look no further than the expertise of the Jen Mascaro team. With over a decade of industry experience, we guarantee to guide you seamlessly through the process. For personalized assistance, contact us at 412-607-6318 or email jen.mascaro@cbrealty.com.
The Lulo's Pizzeria, serving up quality food, good grace, and burnt pizza since 2016. Local and woman-owned, located at 415 Unity Center Road in Plum. Call 412-795-1229 and mention Sour Plums for 10% off your order of $10 or more. Cannot be combined with any other offer.
Welcome back, everybody. We're going to go straight into Plum Problems, and I'll just start. I forgot about Plum Problems, so we'll just go with old reliable. Mike Devine is my Plum Problem. I don't think I really need to say much more than that. Fuck that guy, and that's my Plum Problem.
Did it do anything to you this week or the last couple weeks that made you say that?
No,
No?
just classic Mike. That's all.
Classic Mike?
Yeah,
It is a Plum problem.
oh, big time.
Big Plum
Yeah.
problem.
Yep.
And it becomes all of Plum's problem because I think he's running for office again, right?
Yeah, I know I'm going to be out there in May and then maybe again in November like a jackass. Yep.
Well, he's a big plum problem. He's an old plum problem. So it's just old reliable.
Mid-50s, yeah. He's getting up there.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's part of my Plum problem too, because I don't get to see my kid this week. So he's definitely part of my Plum problem too. So I'm right there with you, Mark.
Always good to have Mike here as a Plum problem. What about you, Jimmy? What's your Plum problem?
I actually got two. One's a plum problem and one's just a problem in general.
Jimmy, who told you could bring two?
Listen, I'm coming in hot today. I got a lot to catch up on. So my plum problem is, as we just alluded to, it's election time. So be ready for people to be knocking on your doors. Don't be dickholes to everybody out there.
But somebody, not everybody, just some people.
Just don't. Like, I get it. There's some people who are out there for the wrong reasons. Not going to go to names, but you know who they are.
Mike.
Try to be nice. Try. It's an awkward situation, knocking on doors and all that. Justin went through it. I've went through it before. It's awkward. We're not real thrilled to be doing it, but it's part of the process, if you will.
The shtick.
Next, non-plum problem, but it's a big problem. Why the fuck haven't the Pirates fired anybody today?
Jeez.
It's an off day. They're about to go to West Coast. Everybody knew this season was going to be a disaster. And it's worse than we had expectations for. Let's just go right there. And it's
we have no
not
offense.
getting better.
Zero offense.
Zero offense. You look at this lineup, you're like, wow, this is going to be atrocious. And it's worse than we thought. And it's not getting any better. And everyone's like, yeah, we'll just see what happens at the West Coast. We'll go 1-12 and we'll go from there. That's where we're headed.
Who do you fire, Jimmy? Who do you fire first?
Start with Ben.
Okay, Charing.
I think you honestly
say all their names.
Because
we've got people on here thinking it's Ben Roethlisberger, but he doesn't work for the Pirates.
I mean, the president hasn't had a good season either. I mean, the Bricks, the Roberto Clemente,
They're going through it.
The whole roster. He was approving all the deals. He's saying, yeah, Ben, that's a great idea. Let's bring in Tommy Pham, who hasn't had a prime in 12, 14 years. Like, it's just mind-blowing to me.
They are infuriating to watch. They really are. And just wasting Skeens away. Mm-hmm. You know he's just counting down the days. He says he loves it here. He's saying all the right things, but...
Future New York Yankee, Paul Skeens.
Yeah. He's going to be a Dodger.
One of the two.
I mean, that's the thing, though. Almost anybody that is his level, regardless of who they play for, unless they're one of those... They often play for one of the Mets, the Yankees, or the Dodgers, those teams with the money. But I think the problem with the Pirates is the major problem isn't going away.
Nope.
And that's ownership. However, I will say this. Neil Huntington had the same ownership, had a minuscule payroll, excuse me. You saw progress, and he eventually got there. We're in year 6 now of Charrington,
Year
I believe.
6, and it's just as bad of a starting roster.
Or
starting
worse.
9.
Or worse.
Yeah. It's horrendous.
Yeah, it's
when you're on pace to lose 100 games with what is a pretty good rotation and at times decent bullpen, that's pretty impressive. A team with that kind of pitching should do no worse than 500. No worse.
Our
if
bullpen
you're
is
not winning games
2-0
like they thought. Like, it's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
So
I happened to go to the one game where they scored 10 runs, so I felt like I hit the jackpot. Skeens was pitching and they scored 10 runs. So
and that's the most runs they've scored all year. They scored 14 runs, 10 came from that game.
I don't want to monopolize this argument or this discussion, but I will say this because people ask me this too. Did you go just to see Skeens, or did you get lucky? Like, look, you're seeing a potential generational talent in Pittsburgh for maybe 3-4 more years, maybe. And I think if you're a baseball fan and you like just in general seeing greatness, you can forget the fact that Bob Nutting's an awful owner and the GMs are terrible and the head coach is pretty bad too. The manager, you can forget that.
Shelton.
Yeah, you can forget that because you're going to see greatness, and you can at least say you saw Paul Skeens pitch in person quite a bit. I've already seen him in a year and a half, not even. I've seen him pitch probably 6 times. That's the only time I've gone to Pirate games is to watch him pitch.
Mm-hmm.
You know, take the kids, take my family. And I'm not going to miss that just because I don't like the Pirates and like Bob Nutting. I'm still going to enjoy that. It's very difficult to like turn on the TV and want to watch a Pirate game right now.
Right.
It is.
And that's sad.
Mm-hmm. I
Our
could
only
go on for like an
chance.
hour on this subject, so carry on, boys.
What's your plum problem, Newman?
My plum problem is more a national problem, but it's the allergy season.
Ugh.
My wife is going through it right now. The boys are a little suffering a little bit, but not like Shanna. Holy shit. My house sounds like a fucking Kleenex commercial here. So I'm a little over it. I'm ready for this changeover to happen so she can get out of this horrendous season. And for the rest of you that suffer, I'm sorry for all of you. I don't have that issue, so I feel bad for all of you that have to deal with this bullshit.
Anyone else suffer from allergies?
Yeah, that's like I said, the pollen looks like the Death Star, dude. It's not an accident.
What about you, Big Cat? Any allergies?
Yeah, I do have allergies, and I have allergy-induced asthma. So I struggled with that for a few years, couldn't figure out what it was, and now I have an inhaler, so if it ever flares up, I'm good.
See, historically, I've not had allergies. I just, this year, for some reason, I've had these fits of sneezes when I've been outside when I want to get fresh air. Like, I just go into these fits of sneezing, and I don't know if that's allergies, it's the pollen or whatever. Maybe I'm getting some early onset allergies, but I know people who suffer from it. I mean, it's brutal. So, and again, until this year, I've never really experienced anything, even bits and pieces of it. So I do feel for you there, Newman. What about you, Big Cat? You got.
I do have a problem, and my problem is with the price of eggs, but not because they're high. It's because every time I make a joke that I'm going to egg somebody's house or car, somebody's like, "Oh, the price of eggs," you know.
You're welcome. That was from me today, by the way. I did that on purpose.
I was thinking about this, and like Henry's cooking up his own eggs now. He makes 2 dippy eggs with toast in the air fryer, eggs on the stove. So I'm not throwing eggs. I don't care how much they are. I'm going to buy them if we need them. And if they're one day too expensive, I want a chicken of my own to lay eggs, but I don't have enough land mass. So my problem isn't usually with what's going on. It's with the people that keep yapping about it. Like it's going to change just by talking about it, like complaining about it. High prices or
the Pirates.
It's the same rant.
I almost
guilty.
interrupted. I want to rant about the stuff that bothers me. It's good that you guys are still Pirates fans. I stopped watching because why watch? It's not interesting and it's bad and it's not fun. So kudos to you guys. I was going to interrupt and say stop. Can everyone stop watching Pittsburgh? Just stop watching. Stop going.
Their attendance is way down.
Way down.
Even
Unless it's
Skeens
empty.
pitching days,
Unless it's empty.
way down.
Unless it's empty.
Yeah, I don't have much to contribute to the conversation other than, okay, I probably do have something to say.
I was yeah, right.
My thoughts are this, as you said, Big Cat, they are what they are. Look, here's the thing. I do feel for people who eggs are a critical component of cooking, right? And a lot of things, not just eggs in general, but parts of cooking. And so there are people who are struggling with that right now. That said, if you voted for it, fuck off. I don't care.
And if you voted for it, it's way
I don't care.
Way more than the price of eggs, and I'm going to tell you to fuck off.
I don't care.
It's about way more than eggs. If you think it's just about eggs,
my empathy is floor level. My empathy is basement level nowadays. So that's where I am right now with any of that kind of stuff. So anyway, but nothing other than that to say about eggs. I was trying to stop Newman. I can see Newman's face, like he does have something to say, doesn't he? Yeah. So, but my plum problem is, I've mentioned this on Facebook, and I think a few of you commented or at least reacted to it. The new phrase that is, to me, is like the most sarcastic, condescending phrase that I hear. And I'll say this: it's typically shared from female to female, not always, but generally females say it. They say the phrase, "I love that for you." That is so sarcastic and condescending. I love that for you. That means they're either jealous or they just hate you. I love that for you. And again, I bet there's a 10 or 20% where it's like it's authentic. Don't get me wrong, but that 80 to 90% where it's not authentic, that phrase can take a deep dive over a hill. I'm like, I've had enough of hearing that, and it's like it's so condescending. Like I can't imagine saying to you guys, trust me. And if I said it to you, it would sound condescending. Mari's like, oh, I got a promotion today, and I'd be like, I love that for you. That'd be me saying, fuck him, I wish I had the promotion. That's what it sounds like every time I hear, I love that for you. So I know we get a lot of feedback on this show that we talk about sports a lot. So that plum problem was for the ladies. Please chime in I'll put this post on our Facebook page, and I want to hear your perspective on that. Is it authentic when you say? I know Big Cat's favorite kitten commented that she oftentimes says it, meaning it. But I'd like to hear from the women on this of our fandom, all three of you, that whether that's when you say that, is that authentic, or when you hear it, do you feel like they mean it, or is it just like, am I interpreting it the right way, or maybe I'm out of touch, dude, which is possible. You guys have heard this, right? You've heard this, right?
Yeah, I don't receive it well.
That's what I'm saying.
When I'm sharing something, it's usually something I'm enjoying or something I'm doing, and I love that for you. That means like I've heard enough. Wrap it up.
Wrap it up. That's really good too.
Put the fries in the bag.
Yep. That's it. That's the 35-year-old wine drinking mom phrase for put the fries in the bag. Let's wrap this up. I've heard enough, Big Cat. That's really good. There's so many ways to say that, and there's so many contexts and ways to say that, and only like one of them's good.
And it has to be said right too.
I only say it when somebody's having a really bad day, especially Mike, and he's just like, nothing's gone right. And I'm like, I love that for you. That's how usually I use it. So like, you're already in an angry
well,
mode,
then it's acceptable if it's to Mike.
That's what I'm throwing it.
Well,
I never give it in a good way.
That was fun, guys. Good Plum problem. Lots of Plum problems. A lot of problems that aren't necessarily just for Plum, but they certainly make their way to Plum more often than not.
Maury, you drinking out of like a bachelorette chalice over there?
It's not bachelorette. It's a dragon chalice.
Okay.
From like Game of Thrones.
I just saw.
Did you say chalice with a T?
He did. He did.
I sure did. Me and
Chastity
Jimmy.
belt, whatever.
He said chalice. I wasn't going to call him out because,
I do it too, so I hear it, Jimmy. We're brothers.
It's a
You
Pittsburgh
burgers
easy
added
me.
T to the most random shit ever.
I
What's
say
that?
across the street.
cousin.
Crossed.
Cousin.
Oh, cousin. Oh my God.
Cousin.
That means he can be a cousin, but he might not be.
He is or isn't.
It's a
Your
question.
cousin.
Yeah.
I love it. All right, Newman, what's the latest Minority Report?
All right, so today's Minority Report, boys. So for those of you that don't know, the Minority Report. Only a minority of people know it, but the majority should know it. Today, it's going to be on your mattress. You should rotate your mattress every 3 to 6 months. It evens the wear of the mattress, it prolongs the lifetime, and helps reduce dust and allergens. Since we talked about allergies, helps reduce those. You should also be sprinkling baking soda in those times as well. It absorbs odors, controls moisture, and refreshes the fabric. You let it sit for 30 to 60 minutes, and you vacuum it right up. That is today's Minority Report.
Anyone do this right now? Anyone rotate their mattresses?
Never done it before in my life.
See, this is
Definitely
why
not.
Shanna has the allergies, because you're not rotating it. Put baking soda on it.
Now we
This
know.
is on you. Like, you're sitting here saying, I feel bad for everybody, but you could have prevented this.
Yep, it's like a forest fire. I could have prevented
Yep.
it. I should be
Get
rotating
out
the
there,
mattress.
Smokey.
If I were to flip our mattress over, I would need that big spatula they use for that giant pancake and that tall
Uncle
tail.
Uncle Buck.
Because we got a California. What is it?
California King?
Texas King. It's a Texas King.
What's a Texas King?
California.
It's actually a Louisiana Purchase King.
Okay, cool.
It's
Got it.
the territory that belonged. It was kind of Mexico, and then
Louisiana Purchase King.
Lewis
Jesus.
and Clark were involved.
it's big. Carly and I have our own corners we go to, and our youngest ended up in bed with us the other morning, and we did not even know he was there. He wasn't registering
Wow.
on. I couldn't tell. My sensors were not going off.
So a man translation for that, a manslation, if you will, for Newman there would be to Newman he just shakes his head. He doesn't even say anything anymore. He just shakes his head. Is that just like you rotate your tires, you should rotate your mattress, right? Is that, see, I got there, Newman. I
Well
got
done.
there.
Way to bring it home. Way to bring it home, Andy.
Translation.
Brought to you by Mattress Firm. Mattress Firm. Flip your damn mattress.
I want to be the original mattress factory since it's in Pittsburgh.
I like that. I like that. We need to get them as a sponsor now.
There we go.
We need more mattress stores in Plum.
I hear
Yeah.
I hear Mikey and Big Bob always talk about Mattress Firm. I think that's why it was Mattress
Yeah.
Factory. Is that
Their
We do
mattress
have
firm.
a lot of mattress stores in general, but any in Plum?
No,
Yeah.
we need them.
No, we do.
Not yet.
That and a Cracker Barrel. It's all Plum needs. We'll be set.
Talent 21,000 people. We don't have a mattress store to go to. Come on.
Mm-mm.
We're flipping our mattresses. This is why we're flipping. We're getting more use out of them.
I'm not.
Okay.
No, I'm not either. Mario, you got a would you rather for us tonight in place of Mike?
I do. Mike said, do you need any help with any of his segments? I said, absolutely not. I got it. So the would you rather have the ability to see into the future for a short period or to remember everything you've ever learned?
Can I ask for a clarification? What's the short period? we talking seconds, minutes, hours, day? Like, what are we talking here?
I didn't specify. Let's say 30 minutes.
Okay.
Go ahead, Big Cat. I think you want to say something.
If I feel like everything you've ever learned needs to be compared to can we say a year in the future or 6 months in the future? I feel like everything you've ever learned versus 30 minutes into the future.
It's a short period, so interpret that however you want. Let's say that.
Well, then I'm going to edit all that out and say that I did see into the future. I think I would want to remember everything I've learned. I think I've forgotten things that were interesting to me, or I have to kind of relearn some things recently. I find myself brushing up on stuff that I want to remember. So if I could just remember it, it'd be golden.
All right. Drew?
I'm with you on that, Big Cat, in terms of, remembering everything I've ever learned. Here's the thing about me. You guys might not know this, but I love to do actually.
I love that for you.
In party settings when somebody's talking about something they don't know and I know it. So if I could go back and learn, actually that's igneous rock. Something really dorky from 4th grade science, that I don't nobody else remembers. I would love to be able to do that. I think that would be interesting and entertaining for me and super annoying for all of you. And that makes me happy. That makes my heart happy.
That tracks.
I love that for you, Drew.
That's called a callback. So
and
yeah, I would like
funny McBride. Look at that.
Look at the least funny McBride. Wow. Shout out Ryan.
Just wait till you see you guys have my dad on next week because you're running out of McBride. So
I heard Grayson's
we were blaring through the vines there for a little bit.
Yeah.
So that's my answer.
Justin, what about you?
So I look at this two ways. So I think if I remembered everything I ever learned, it would push things out that I didn't want, like memories, or I feel like I push the things out that I don't want, so I have things that I want in there. So I would like to look into the future for about a half hour and get my Back to the Future 2 on and find out who wins things and then come back and bet on it, and then I'm a millionaire. So then I don't have to worry about anything else.
Yeah,
there you
for
go.
Sure. Jimmy?
So as far as seeing the future, I like to be as surprised about what I do as everyone else. I don't know what I'm usually going to do, but, I want the surprise just like everyone. But at my job, when there's water pouring out of ceiling, I'd be like, would love to remember where that valve was that I turned 10 years ago, and I can't remember where the hell it is. So I'm going to go with just remember everything that I used to know.
Yeah, I pretty much agree with that. I think if I can remember everything I've ever learned, you basically are like Bradley Cooper in Limitless, and you can recall everything. So that would be my answer as well. But seeing into the future, I would do sports bets, lottery. Yeah. So, but I'm going to go with everything I've ever learned.
That's smart, though. You guys, that's a smart way to do it. The 30 minutes and then know what happens and make bets or make in-game bets or whatever, that kind of thing. Yeah, that's smart.
Stupid money on that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did you ever see Hot Tub Time Machine? That squirrel ruined everything.
That's a classic.
Just
don't
a peek,
spoil it.
Just a peek.
I haven't seen it yet.
Great White Buffalo.
Don't spoil.
Just a
no
peek.
spoilers.
Great White Buffalo.
Newman.
Heard you have another Drew's Clues for us tonight.
I do. Mario's so good at this. I wanted to have a Drew's Clues. He's the best at this, I think. Between Newman and Mario, I think
we wanted to have the best and the worst on tonight. So,
although Jimmy almost got, he did
know the Drew's
me.
Clues.
Yeah.
He didn't say it.
He could have had 5 points.
Yeah, I was like, you assholes! You forgot about my achievements because I'm grouped into the other.
Yeah, Ryan overshadowed you. It's fine.
Yeah.
I don't think we've ever had anybody get more than 3 points. I think 3 points.
3
one
is
time,
the highest,
and then 2 the rest of the time.
This guy.
So let's see if we can beat that.
Is there a running score right now? Is there points? Because I have 0. It's not hard to remember.
You have 0. I think Mike has 2. Newman has 4, I believe, and I think Mario or guest at that point I think might have 5.
Mario
like
guessed.
Damn it! I'm going for Mike again.
High five, Mario.
All right.
All right, here we go.
It's the Brady Bunch.
I'm gonna explain this. So Drew's Clues. I will give you a category, and I'm going to give you up to 5 statements, or Drew's Clues, of course, about someone, something, or someplace within that category. Rule number 1, this is a free-for-all for guesses. No order. If you think you know the answer, shout it out. Easy as that. But rule number 2 is, if you shout out an incorrect answer, you are no longer eligible to play tonight's game. So it's a risk-reward type of thing. I'd like to see somebody take a risk, though.
Mario.
And of course, scoring again. If you get on the first one, 5 points, 4 points, 3 points, every guess. You get it. You get that part. All right. And tonight's category is award-winning actors. Award-winning actors. I will change it up one day, and I will have a place. I keep saying a place, but it's always a person. But I will change it up. All right. So, number 1 for 5 points. This future actor was briefly suspended from Morehouse College after taking hostage several members of the Board of Trustees as a protest. This future actor was briefly suspended from Morehouse College after taking hostage several members of the Board of Trustees as a protest. In 3, 2, 1, time. His movies have grossed more money at the box office than any other actor in the history of film.
Who is Samuel L. Jackson?
Wow. Newman for 4 points tonight.
Wow. Look at this guy.
I wasn't sure. I knew this was up your alley.
Yep.
What with the movie and
Wow.
him being a very good actor, but I didn't know you'd get that. I didn't think you'd get that one. The other number 3 was so Newman, 4 points. That's a record tonight. 4 points in Drew's Clues. Congratulations. Number 3, he worked as a camera stand-in for Bill Cosby for 3 years during the filming of The Cosby Show.
Mhm.
We don't like to talk about The Cosby Show too much on this show,
Why's that?
but I thought that was relevant.
People don't remember being on it anyway. It's fine.
That
Jello.
was a really good. That was a really good joke, Mario. God damn, that was good. You put. Never mind. All right. I'm not gonna do a black impression. All right. I don't need those calls. All right. Number 4 would have been, this actor may not be a fan of a peck on the cheek before bed. He much likely prefers a long kiss goodnight.
Great movie.
That's a great clue, though, too, isn't it?
Great
That's a great clue.
Great clue.
That was punny. It was good.
I like it.
Number 5 would have been, he didn't become a household name until the age of 46 when he starred in Pulp Fiction. And that would have been, like, to me, a dead giveaway. Got a late start. He has some interesting things. He was an usher at Martin Luther King Jr.'s funeral. He was very interesting life he led. He played in a movie, one of his first movies. He was actually addicted to like cocaine or something like that, and then he got clean 2 weeks before he started filming the movie in which he was also an addict of.
Which was
right Jungle
Fever, 1991.
Yeah, there you
My
go.
cousin was in that movie.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. I was a big Samuel L. Jackson fan. I love the movie 187, which is a code for murder. Yeah, homicide, one of the two. Really good movie from the 90s. So
Mario wouldn't know that.
No, I would not.
You weren't born yet, but it was really good.
Nah.
He was also an extra in Coming to America before Jungle Fever.
Oh, he was an extra.
He was the guy that robbed McDowell's before when he got into it with Eddie Murphy.
That was
really
a great
funny
movie.
scene.
Yeah,
really funny scene. Love that movie.
Yeah. Big fan of Samuel L. Jackson. I was going to talk about his whatever he did, emceeing of the halftime show this year with Kendrick Lamar. I figured I'd be allowed to talk about it since Mike's on the show to have his blood pressure.
He might call in
through the roof. It's funny. We talked about that. I had a friend of mine, a college friend of mine. He listens every week he's from Syracuse, New York. And
even on the weeks you guys don't record.
You're a dick. This is a bi-weekly show. He thought Mike was like one more jab away from one of us from like just walking off the show like that night. He thought he was like, that is the most heated I've seen Mike get. Like he thought if we would have pushed it one step further, he was gonna leave the show.
No, Mike's Christmas morning is arguing with people. He would have stayed on and argued until he died. Yeah.
I don't like to be told how I feel. I don't like to be told what I think.
It's not hard to get his panties in a bunch. It's pretty easy.
It was good. It was a highlight for the show for sure.
I enjoyed it.
All right, we're gonna thank our sponsors one more time tonight. Thank you to Continental Comb, Tresco Concrete, the Jen Masco Real Estate Team, the Lulo's Pizzeria, Salute Beer Distributor, Busy Little Me, Pittsburgh Sports Complex and Self Storage, Nesbitt's Lanes, and Coyote Outdoor. At Salute Beer Distributor, we are bringing you a large selection of beers from local and national breweries. Our extensive inventory includes craft beers, seasonal specialties, your everyday favorites, adult slushies, and an impressive inventory of non-alcoholic beers. Salute's inventory has something special for every palate. Come browse the aisles at Salute Beer Distributor, located on Route 286 in Plum, next to Shop and Save. You'll be glad you did.
Busy Little Me's is a residential cleaning company serving Plum and local communities. Housekeeping duties include house cleaning, disposing of rubbish, sanitizing services, dusting, vacuuming, mopping, scrubbing, etc., etc. We do custom-to-you cleans once a month, once a week, or every 9 minutes. We got you, sis. We've also been known to do decluttering and pre-clean cleans. That's a real thing. We can also polish a dirty face, scrub a doggo's filthy paws, or even spit shine your shoe. Laundry? Need linens washed? Done. How about your husband's gutchies? No prob. That ugly camisole your mother-in-law gave you? What was that? Just throw it away? Your secrets are safe with us. BusyLittleMe's.squarespace.com. BUSYLITTLEMES.SQUARESPACE.com.
Whether chaos in your house or chaos on the court, Pittsburgh Sports Complex and Self Storage has your back. Conveniently located in Plum at 307 Coxcomb Hill Road. Book online anytime. Don't miss out. Score 50% off your first storage rental with code GOAL.
Nesbitt's Lanes Incorporated, located at 3501 Leechburg Road, Pittsburgh, PA 15239. Lanes available for the 24-25 season. Family bowling center specializing in open bowling, league bowling, bumper bowling, birthday parties, group events, fundraisers, all-night bowling parties, summer leagues, Sunday morning specials, in-house tournaments, junior bowling program, after-school bowling program. They can be reached at 412-793-5556. Web address is www.nesbittlanes.com. Email is nesbittlanes@msn.com. And when you book and mention the podcast for your child's birthday by the end of the year, the birthday child is free. Nesbitt Lanes Incorporated.
All right, welcome back. Time for blind rankings. Mario's taking over for Mike tonight, and I'm going to explain this really quickly as I always do. Blind rankings are where Mike, or tonight, in tonight's case, Mario, will give us a category. And within that category, one at a time, he will give us 5 things within that category. And one at a time, we have to rank them blindly, as the name indicates. We rank them one at a time. And Mario, take it away.
All right. So being that Easter was yesterday, we're going to, for those of you who celebrate, we're going to go with Easter candy.
Okay.
So blind ranking of Easter candy.
I can already tell you
If
what
you
number
don't
5 is.
celebrate, sorry, Justin. I'll
It's
mute
all
myself when you say that. And if you don't celebrate Easter, you could have been celebrating 420.
Exactly. Still
We're
on
doing
sale at
both.
the stores.
I'll cut that out too. That's supposed to be funny.
I liked it.
It was good.
It worked.
Drew shook his head at me. Like the guy in Happy Gilmore.
I'm not quite as
Gilmore?
intimidating.
Grizzly
Gilmore 2
Adams
coming
did
out in
have
July.
a beard. I won't mute myself that time, Justin. All right, sorry, Mario. Go ahead.
All right, so starting the order we'll go in is Justin, Drew, Big Cat, Jimmy. So first on the list, just a chocolate bunny. Whatever brand you like, chocolate bunny, solid chocolate.
We'll go with a Saris chocolate bunny, and we'll put that at number 3.
Drew?
A little too plain, a little too boring for me. I'll put it at 4. I'm reserving 5 for something you might say that I absolutely hate. So I'm going to go, I don't hate a chocolate bunny. I got to be honest, if I'm a kid again, or if I get an adult Easter basket full of chocolate, like it's probably one of the last things I go for. Chocolate Easter bunny number 4.
I'm going to put the chocolate Easter bunny at 5 as well. I don't know what is Saris good. I don't know what brand of like just plain chocolate is the best for Easter candy. Like, does Hershey make a Easter bunny
I'm sure they do.
for Easter? So yeah, 4, because I know there's something I'm not going to want on here.
James?
So he said, I'm also going to put it at 5. And then he said, I'm going to put it at 4. I'm really confused. Where'd you have that 4 or 5?
Did I say that? Did I say that?
4.5.
Did I say
You
I'm
did.
also going to put it at 5?
Yes.
That was your first thing you said.
And then
All
you
right.
went to 4. That was
Sorry.
what confused me. You're like, I'm also going to do 5. And I
It's not set in
switched.
stone yet. He can put wherever he wants.
That's right.
Well, I
Alright.
meant to say, yeah, okay, thanks.
So where is it?
What do you mean? Where is it? Let me just do over. Gosh, let me
that has to stay in.
It does.
Oh, whatever.
It does.
Okay, I'm putting it at 4 also. Who put it at 4?
Me?
Okay, I'm putting it at 4 also.
I'm going to be the first, and I'm going to put it at 4. It's good. It's just, there's also like way better.
Yeah.
You know, there's stuff that's way worse, but Chocolate Bunny's solid.
All right.
Literally.
Sometimes hollow.
Sometimes hollow, mostly solid.
Moving on to number 2. I know I'm going to get grammar hammered. Reese's peanut butter eggs.
Number motherfucking 1.
Damn.
I'll put that at a solid 2. It could be 1 for me, but I'm holding out hope here. Something, I don't know. Reese's peanut butter egg is very good, though. Can't go wrong with it.
I'm gonna go with 1 also as well because I can't take my chances, and I don't like it as much as the cup, but an egg is sufficient.
I'm going to be the first and put it at 2. It's okay. There's better, but Easter candy to me is not my favorite thing in the world, but we're going to go 2.
All right. Next, the Cadbury cream egg.
That is going at number 4.
I got to go 3. I'm still holding out for one thing you put here. I got to go 3. I would actually probably change that around. It's okay, but I don't care for it that much. Like,
You
I'll
said
eat it.
Easter. You said Easter candy, right?
Yeah.
As the theme, Easter
Yes,
candy.
Easter candy, yep.
Okay, I'm gonna put it at 3. It doesn't make me feel good to see it. I don't like seeing it. The Cadbury egg. The broken open Cadbury egg just
do it for you.
Is it the creaminess
it's
of
this,
it?
it's the drippy. It looks like a egg yolk. It's gross, right? I know that's
I
what
believe
it's
that's
supposed
the
to look
point.
like, but it icks me off. It turns me off.
It icks you off. It gives you the- yeah.
It gives me the ick so hard. I just can't explain it. I don't want it. I don't want it.
Is it cheaper to buy a Cadbury egg over regular eggs right now? Just out of curiosity.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Well, 5. I don't love them. Don't know what it is, but
You don't know what they are?
no, I'm not a fan.
He doesn't know why he doesn't like them. He
Yeah,
can't say
it's-
Okay,
specifically
understood.
why.
Just not my thing.
Why
Alright.
were the animals in that commercial pretending to be an Easter bunny? They can't eat chocolate anyways.
They can. It's just,
That's just
Like,
the
are they-
dogs.
Do they want to be? Do they want to just give it away? Like, what do they want to do? What is their motive?
I'm going to answer that question for you. They did their job because you're still talking about it 25 years later.
And it's still on
Yes.
air 25 years later.
I guess.
We were talking on the pre-show here where we were talking about Newman's best impressions. I didn't know we had the Cadbury bunny / chicken coming up here today, but that's got to be top 3 right now for
I
me.
think Mike was 40 when that commercial came out. When he put it in perspective.
Good. Moving on to number 4, classic jelly beans.
I
Oh,
second that, Justin. So gross, dude.
you left me in a pickle here.
I know that I'm hoping that you're putting what I think you're putting at number 5, so I can't leave that one. But I fucking hate jelly beans. I guess I got to put that at 2.
The saving grace here, and I think is why I'll put it at 1, is because I can hand pick the ones I like, which is primarily
ones.
cherry. No, I like cherry. Give me the
The red
red.
ones, yeah,
As long as
good.
it's not cinnamon. Because, sometimes you get red. That's the problem with jelly beans. Sometimes you get a red jelly bean and it's cinnamon. And sometimes you get a red jelly bean and it's cherry. Those are 2 completely different experiences for me. I don't care for the cinnamon ones. But I'll put it there because I'll handpick the jelly beans I like, but I would never put that. That's like that jelly beans. I don't even know if they should exist, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I just ate all the red and pink jelly beans out of the bowl, and my kids have the yellow and white ones. Yeah. Fuck them kids. I'm eating the good ones.
Big Cat.
I was leaving 5 open for a certain candy that you might still say, but things have drastically changed.
They have dramatically
Things have
changed.
dramatically changed. Things have changed, so right now I need a Dr. Pepper. So I'm putting them at 5. I don't know why they're so smooth yet so gritty. I don't know why. That's probably where they put glitter into jelly beans, but for me at least. I guess I have a texture issue, guys.
So, like Drew, I'm handpicking them, and I'm handpicking the Starburst jelly beans. They're
I
the
was gonna say
greatest
that.
gift this earth has ever seen.
It is
So
true.
they're number 1. Like I could eat a whole bag of Starburst.
You went
jelly
specific
beans.
brands. You went with a brand, not even just like
Yeah,
flavors.
'cause
Okay.
there's terrible. Regular jelly beans are terrible, but the Starburst jelly beans, life
Top notch.
changing.
Okay.
Number
Okay.
1, done.
I
Would
was
you
gonna
call them a
comment
game
that-
changer?
Game changer.
I was going to comment the Starburst ones were top tier.
I could seriously eat a whole bag in under
Easily. Yeah.
5 minutes. Whole
Every color.
giant bag, no problem.
Mm-hmm.
Prove it.
Don't threaten me for good time.
Put up or shut up.
All right, I'm going to Aldi's tomorrow.
Nice.
50% off.
it live.
Enjoy.
Probably.
Do it live.
Like Lulu's deep dish challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah, that no one wants to try to do with me.
They are a sponsor.
I'm
But
not going down there alone.
You said on this show, Jimmy, so you're contractually obligated to put it on our Facebook page, not any kind of inside scoopage or any of that bullshit.
So let's give me the inside.
Is that still a thing?
You can only wear the umbrella hat.
Shots fired.
I haven't seen anything in a while. I'm a follower, I think.
Mm-hmm. There's
I haven't
reasons.
seen any. There's
On the top
reasons.
fucking rope, big cat.
You block me. Is that the reason I haven't seen anything? Are we not allowed to talk about it?
Contract. I'm in a holdout right now.
You're in a holdout with yourself.
Yep.
You're holding yourself on Malabar all alone
We'll
in
get
the
there.
rain with no hat.
Funny you should say that. We'll come back to that. Put a pin in that.
So with that, we'll move on to number 5 on the list.
What do you got, Mario?
So you guys do forget I'm Mike's brother still. So number 5 is Peeps.
Yes.
I knew that was
good.
coming.
Good.
Knew that
I
was
knew it.
coming. That's
Yeah,
why
we
that's
knew it.
left
That's not
5 open,
curveball.
baby.
That's
You
curveball.
guys like Peeps?
I saw
No,
that
we
coming
don't.
from a
hate
mile
them.
away.
That's why they're
No.
going to number 5. That's
I
exactly why I
have
left
5
5
left.
open.
I have 5.
Okay,
That's why I put,
okay.
That's
why
why I
I put
left
jelly
5
beans
open.
at 1. Yeah.
Mario, you blew the screw up, man. You should have said ambrosia salad like your brother.
Peeps are going at 5 where they belong.
Did
So
you?
I'll mute myself, Justin.
I'm not worried about that. Then I'll never be muted.
Justin, where's it going for you?
At number 5, where it belongs.
Number 5 for me as well. Easy peasy. Easy peepee. No, never mind.
No.
Easy peepee. That's a Sandusky reference.
Hey, too far.
Shout out to Mike.
Hey, I'm a Penn State grad too. We can't be talking about Sandusky.
But we sure as hell can.
I guess that's true.
That was the problem the first time.
The cat is on fire right now.
It's all the egg yolk I drank. I'm putting it at 2 because I was holding off for 5 because I really don't like Peeps, but 2's the last spot.
I think I have 3 left over. Did you guys ever see Malcolm in the Middle where they had to do a 100 peep challenge, except those quacks? They're like 83, 84, ooh, 71. It was one of the best Malcolm in the Middle moments ever. But peeps aren't bad to me. They don't drive me nuts.
That's
where's it
terrible.
go? 3, is that what you said, Jimmy?
What?
You have it at 3?
3.
Is that what-
It was 3 or 4. I think it was 3.
What's your list, Mario?
All right, so at number 1, I have the peanut butter eggs.
You damn skip it.
Just classic. Number 2, jelly beans, but only if they're Starburst, because they are the good. Number 3, I like a chocolate bunny. I'll crush a chocolate bunny. 4, Cadbury cream egg, because the cream doesn't really do it for me. But if it was the Cadbury caramel egg, those might be number 1.
Also, they make Cadbury caramel eggs as well. They're pretty good too.
I'm not following. You already said that.
Anyway, my number 5.
I didn't know there were 3 types of Cadbury.
Now you do. Only in Pittsburgh.
Is it really only a Pittsburgh thing?
No.
Okay.
It's very Pittsburghy to do.
Well, checks out, I guess. Number 5, distant 5 is Peeps. They're terrible. They're terrible.
Do I win a prize because I matched the top 5 guy?
There you
We
go.
had the same one. It's great.
Mhm.
Greatness right there.
Very good. Mario, you're still pinch hitting for Mike here. You got a top 5 tonight?
I
do. Something
do.
interesting for us?
I do.
We're on a bit of a roll. We've been doing well lately.
Don't jinx it.
I've been kind of taking a back seat to this. Honestly, you guys been rolling. I'm not good at movies like Justin. When's my topic going to be? When are you guys going to pick my topic? You do
Redemption 2?
Yes, I'm in Red Dead Horror, guys. I'm in deep, Drew.
I know.
Pause.
Into deep.
Pause.
Justin.
No diddy.
What are the top 5 actions in Lord of the Ring? 1, walking. 2, walking.
No,
3,
come on.
walking.
Don't underplay Lord of the Rings. Don't underplay it.
This fucking guy.
Lord of the Rings didn't do it for me.
I'm trying to recall if I mock the things you enjoy.
I'm joyless.
That's why it's so damn hard to make fun of you. Everyone thinks I like you more than Mike. It's just easy. Mike has hobbies and interests.
Big Cat gets to be the power bottom of Drew.
Anyway, Mario, what's the topic?
Anyway.
Jimmy, love that for you.
I do. It's obvious, but...
All right, so this past weekend, I know you guys used to watch wrestling. I don't know if you still do, but WrestleMania was this weekend. So with that theme, we're going to go the top 5 biggest winners in WWE history. Who has won the most matches?
Matches in general or with WrestleMania matches?
Matches in general.
Okay.
In their time at WWE.
WWE, WWF.
No effort. We do including F in this, or is it just WWE?
WWE/F.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
Clarification.
And Jimmy, you're our spokesperson.
Yeah.
The Undertaker has to be on this list.
I don't know enough about wrestling.
Hogan has to be on this list.
I was debating on Hogan, but he was gone for so long.
But I don't think he ever
big
lost.
gap.
But he was...
Cena's got to be in there.
Yeah.
See, in 17 championships. Right?
Yeah, but there's also...
But that's not
regular
matches. Yeah.
17 championships is one thing, but he wrestled for 20 years.
Say it, then start with it. You confident in that? Anybody else confident in that?
We'll go. I think Undertaker has to be like Justin said. Undertaker.
Number 2 on the list.
Wow.
With 1,726 wins.
Damn.
Holy shit.
He wrestled 25 years. That's just, you got to go longevity. That's why I'm like, Hogan has a good shot. I just don't think he's number.
I think he would be in the top 10. I don't know that he'd be in top 5.
Right.
Because of the ECW hiatus that he took. WCW.
Oh, yeah.
Gap.
WCW.
Yep. You guys feel good about Cena?
I do, but what do I know? I know nothing.
Cena.
Number 1.
Yep.
Nice. Yeah,
1,774 wins.
And that, gents, is my contribution to this discussion.
Numa, what about Triple H?
So, as a heel, I mean, he's pretty much been a heel the whole time, but DX was
Did
but
you
he
put
came.
Shawn Michaels over Triple H?
Yes, I would put Shawn Michaels over Triple H because Triple H would have been he stopped what in the mid ends and then he or mid 2000s and then he became like he was only sporadic and then he was behind the scenes for the most part.
Hypothetically, if a guy changes his name,
I'll give you credit for any name.
okay.
Yeah.
So Mick Foley,
Yeah, I was like,
Oh,
man,
yeah,
Mick Foley,
he wasn't
He
there
didn't
that
win a lot.
long.
He didn't win a lot, honestly.
Yeah,
but dude loved him. Cactus Jack did.
No,
Yeah,
I
not
know.
for
Like
WWE.
overall, though.
See, now you're calling back to Mike's blind rankings of wrestlers, and you're just pissing me off.
That's why. That's exactly why I did it. I was just going to start naming
Worst
random
blind
shit.
ranking of all time.
I think HBK is on there. I agree with that.
Go ahead.
Me. HBK.
Number 6, strike 1.
Oh, okay.
He had, for reference, 1,250 wins.
Jesus.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah, Justin. I was going to say, sticking with the theme of keeping Shawn Michaels over Triple H, I was going to say Triple H is probably at 7 or 8. So I think Justin,
Stone
I
Cold.
don't know. I'm nervous. I'm nervous there was somebody before Stone Cold that won more because it was just like a long stretch of they were the only ones really keeping the company going or something.
Rock.
I was going to say Rock.
Yeah.
Rocky.
Not in the top 10.
Holy
Wow.
shit.
Strike 2. All right, so
Wow.
I'm going to give you some hints now since you have 1 strike left and you have 3, 4, and 5. One of them is still active. So 2 are obviously not.
In
And
the WWE.
yes, in the WWE. 1 is still active. And the other 2 are both Hall of Famers, were both around in the 90s, and 1 was even into the 2000s.
So
Is Edge still wrestling for WWE?
no,
That's what I thought. I
he's
was
an
like,
actor
no.
now.
he's what?
He's an actor now.
Edge is in AEW.
Yeah.
All right, so
Edge played guitar for U2. He
Where's
did. I mean, the Edge.
Jericho, no.
Never mind. Not a big
Yeah.
YouTube fan.
I thought Jericho for a second too, but so I don't watch it now, so I have no idea who's still relevant now.
Yeah.
So that one, I'm out on that one. But he's into 2000. Have we said their name yet?
You've said none of their names.
Okay, there we go. All right, cool.
Fantastic.
All right, that helps.
So it's not Triple H.
It's definitely not Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
As far as the still active, it's probably Roman Reigns.
I'm going to defer to you. I honestly would
He-
not know the answer to that.
He had a long winning streak and he won a lot before that, and he's still active.
Who's been in it longer than Roman Reigns that's still wrestling right now?
Yeah.
With
that's what I'm
not
trying to
Cena.
think.
Not
Oh,
Cena.
did he say they were active since the 90s? And
No,
still
no,
active?
no. He
No.
didn't say that. I'm looking for clarification
Okay.
as to like, so in the up to mid 2000s to now, who is still active
Okay.
outside of Roman Reigns? Because I stopped watching before Roman Reigns was even wrestling,
What?
so I had
Same
no
Cody
idea. who he was.
Rhodes. Cody Rhodes. Is the Miz still active?
No, I mean, even if he is, I
Okay.
doubt it's him.
It's those guys that kind of slip
I
through the
kind of quit
cracks.
watching
So
wrestling. during
Cody
the WCW.
Rhodes is Dusty's kid, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
And did he do Gold Dust for a while?
Stardust.
Stardust. Okay, I knew he was one of them.
Yeah.
I think he got his ass kicked to Stardust. more
Yeah,
than he
I was
won.
going to say I don't
Yeah.
think he won
Yeah.
that way though.
No.
Doink the
To
Clown.
lose,
I'm
lose.
kidding.
Doink. When every wrestler had a job. Yeah.
No.
Kane's not still active. I don't know.
What do you think, Jimmy?
I don't think Kane won that. Is Kane a Hall of Famer?
Yes.
Yeah.
Kane.
Number 4.
Nice. Good job,
I didn't
Justin.
think Kane was a Hall of Famer. That's what made me think. Like, he's a mayor now.
And 90 wins.
I was just
So
stuck on that still active
You are
thing.
looking for number 3 and number 5.
So one is a Hall of Famer, the other is still active now.
Correct.
Okay, so I'm going to defer to you guys again for the active now because I'm out on that one.
Who's a Hall of
This
Famer?
is your last hint.
Okay.
You still have not said either of their names.
Wow.
There you go.
It's not Roman Reigns.
What's Steamboat? Ricky Steamboat?
Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
Okay.
Not Diesel.
Thank you. I was like, what is his name? Scott something.
Diesel.
Scott Hall.
Scott Hall. There you go. Early 2000. Kane would have been
No,
the 2000, so
it's Kevin
that's
Nash.
that one.
Kevin Nash is Diesel.
Oh, okay.
Scott Hall.
Scott Hall
Razor
is.
Ramp.
There you go. You want to mess with a bad guy?
I forgot Drew was here. He's so
I don't know,
quiet.
He's just-
His
I'm just
yellow
here.
shirt caught my eye.
I stopped watching wrestling when I was like 8 or 9. I was a Flying Brian, Z-Man type of guy, Ultimate Warrior.
I honestly was pissed off when they made Taker lose in WrestleMania and they lost his streak. So that's when I was
was
pissed
the
off and I
biggest-
stopped watching it.
The
How many
biggest mess up
matches
they
has
did.
Lesnar won?
Is he still in the WWE?
Yes.
I like that, Jimmy. I like that a lot.
He's not a Hall of Famer.
But he's still active.
No, he's active.
But he's active.
Is he
Brock,
active?
are we saying Brock Lesnar has won more
It's
than
not him,
Roman
'cause
Reigns?
Mario doesn't know if he's active or not. He's active.
He was.
I think Mario was just
He was.
asking.
He was just pissing on people, so I don't think he's on the roster anymore.
Allegedly.
All right, so Hall of Famer and current. It's this whole current thing that's going to throw me off because who's current that's been at it for a while?
Is he still active?
Is Triple H still active? But because
No,
he's like,
been,
Yeah, he's not
he's
allowed.
been in charge for years.
yeah, but is he considered active?
We mentioned him and he said there's nobody we mentioned.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
But Triple H is never allowed to wrestle again.
I don't know, guys.
Rock, Stone Cold are out. It's none of them.
Is it Bret Hart?
What's your best active
Hitman
guess, Jimmy
Hart.
and Big Cat? You seem to be knowing active people. Best guess for active. We gotta wrap it up at some
Bret
point.
Hart.
Cody Rhodes.
Was that your guess, Bret Hart?
Yes.
Number 3.
Boom!
There you go.
Good call,
See?
Jimmy.
Pressure. No, that's on me, Newman. That's on me.
But now we need somebody who's fucking active.
112 wins, by the way.
It's somebody that's active right now. Kofi Kingston? Kofi Kingston?
Who?
Kofi Kingston.
Sure. Yeah. What he said.
Your guess?
There's no way that's it. There's no way that's it. I have no idea who's
Big
I
active
don't know
right
if he's
now.
active.
Big Cat, what's a better active guess?
That's not Roman Reigns. He said Cody Rhodes.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know who else. We said Cena already. I'm thinking of the faces I would have seen.
Who
Like, am I
headlined
missing
WrestleMania this year?
Am I missing an obvious one?
Cena, Cody Rhodes.
Like, am I missing an obvious one? Did we say Cody Rhodes before the last time he said,
We didn't. Yeah.
like, you know, our last.
We still
The
haven't
last
said his name
clue.
right.
Hmm?
We still haven't said his name right.
I'm done giving hints. I've given you a lot.
That last hint was we still hadn't said it, and I don't know if we said Cody.
Just
Hey,
say
we're either got it or we strike out. I mean,
Yeah,
I don't,
just
I
go
don't
with
have a
it.
better.
Cody.
Just Cody
Cody.
Rhodes did it.
Not even in the top 10.
Ugh.
Fucking
Who
knew
was
it.
the
He
active
sucks.
wrestler?
Okay, and number 5, Randy Orton.
Oh, I didn't even think about him.
One.
I literally
If you
would have never
consider-
got him.
If you consider what he did last night active, okay, he could be on this list. He does little skits. You know, who's gonna come out and fight me? That's like he's like the old guy that wrestles the new guy. It's just
Well,
it's
did you see what
old.
he did tonight on Raw at about
Did
an
he
hour?
give the RKO to a grandmother in a wheelchair?
Almost. He gave the RKO to John Cena. Yeah.
Almost.
Did
All
his
right.
wig come off?
I don't think so.
Did
All
his
right,
hair
here's 6 through 10.
All right, so 6 you got Shawn Michaels. Number 7 is The Big Show with 1,223. Number 8, Kofi Kingston with 1,000,
Kofi.
1,107. I wrote it wrong at first.
How did Jimmy not know Kofi Kingston?
Number 9 is actually the only guy I didn't know. Tito Santana. I don't know who that is.
He's old. Like Mike
Yeah.
Devine old.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was like a
1,000.
cowboy, wasn't he?
I think he was like Native American, but I could be wrong.
Why would you
Careful.
say that?
Anyway, 1,071 wins. And then number 10 was Hulk Hogan, 1,015 wins.
Where was
Okay.
Triple H?
Way off.
Not top 10.
Not on that list.
Not top
Wow.
15.
I thought he
So-
would have been up there.
Yeah, I feel like he was hurt because he tore quads. Then he had chest issues, heart
His
issues.
peck.
Yeah, he's probably top 20, but yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's enough wrestling chit chat for this whole season 2 here. So let's. Who's got? Does anybody have the voicemails tonight? Big Cat,
Yeah, I do.
you want to play them? Do you know
On
how
my
to play them?
phone? Sure. Do I just press the button, Drew? Do I open the email, Drew?
Don't fuck it up.
Will you mansplain it to me, Drew?
I will.
I'd love that for you if you did it.
Boys, what's going on? It's Mike. Hope you can hear me over the sound of the crashing waves in the background. Just calling to check in, see how things went tonight. I would expect it was nothing more than a mediocre show with Mario filling in and Jimmy as the guest host tonight and myself not being there. But just wanted to say hi from Hilton Head, South Carolina. Have a good night.
Who's that?
I hate that guy.
What was the last part?
The last part is him hanging up and someone yelling, "The ocean!" in the background. Like they just
like
got
the
there.
Santana song.
Whenever Thailand gets another tsunami, you'll know Mike Devine entered the ocean.
Wow. Wow.
Well, Mike's gonna regret that voicemail.
Man.
Mike is gonna regret that voicemail. We were fairly docile. We were tame tonight, and then he had to call in a voicemail, and Mario just laid it down. Oh my!
Yeah, he chapped my ass.
I feel bad for Mike. Actually, wow.
Oh,
Thanks for calling, Mike. Sorry
Maybe
that
body
had to happen.
surfing out there.
Sorry that had to happen to you.
Wait for Mario to say, I hope you get sunburn.
Oh, he's gonna do that on his own. Don't worry. That Irish
Well,
good fuck.
Although it was pretty docile until now, Mike Devine has found a way to fuck it up from the beach. He sent me 3 voicemail, 2 are his own.
Oh my.
Oh,
Well, play what you got and we'll go from there.
So once again,
This fucking guy.
Hi, boys. Mama Drewski here. Haven't called a couple times. Thought we'd say hello. Hope everyone's having a good time tonight. And just a big want-to-know question here. Maybe we could have these mamas on with the boys for Mother's Day. Just throwing that out there. I know we talked about it a while back. So have a good night. Thanks.
Love you, Mama Drewski, but you couldn't get me drunk enough to allow that to happen.
Linda would not know what to do on this fucking podcast.
I mean, you guys could chit chat. I know that, but
Merd's in.
this is
She's in.
This is a well-oiled machine, as you could tell by tonight. Everything went so smoothly, not a hiccup on the show, and I don't know that we could really take that risk, Mama Drewski. But keep listening, keep sharing, and maybe we'll get you guys a guest spot on the show at some point here soon.
Maybe you can each leave a voicemail on Mother's Day.
Since I'm
There you
filling in
go.
for Mike, I got to vote. It's happening. Merd's in.
Second, it passes.
As Jimmy's name is in Mama Devine's top 3,
Mhm.
which is probably true.
Alan, do we have one more voicemail?
yep,
Can we hear it?
nope.
People Plum. It's me, Jim McBride. Welcome back to Jimmy's Inside Scoop. My question today is actually for the guest. Jim, would you like to tell the story of you at the concert last week? Can't wait to hear it. Thanks a lot, Plum. See you out there.
Jimmy, I want to hear more about that.
Well, thank you for that question. So let me take you back. I went to a concert a week or 2 ago, and it was at the Craft House Stage and Grill, which is in Casti Village, for everybody who doesn't know. Big fan of their happy hour, 4:30 to 6:30. They don't open until 5:30. Big fan of that. So I'm talking to this older couple next to me at the bar, and we're just making small talk.
Where's Casti Village?
South Hills-ish, I think, somewhere out there. About an hour from here, I think, uphill both ways in the snow. But anyways, talking to this couple.
Were
to
you
my
born
right.
a dad? You're like the king of dad jokes.
I have another one for there, but my wife was really mad about, but I'll get to that one later.
He's
Okay.
not lying. He's
Can't wait.
100% telling the truth on that one.
So we're just making small talk, and then they start talking to themselves, and then the wife goes to the husband. I remember when I was younger, just being able to sit at the bar with my dad when I was under 21. It didn't matter. People were smoking there, and I could just sit there and talk to my dad. She's like, I just remember being at the Golden Goblet. I'm like, Golden Goblet? You from Plum? She's like, I am. I was like, that's cool. I was like, that's where I live. I grew up there. She's like, oh, cool. And then, she's like, where do you live at? I was like, I'm on O Block. She's like, oh, okay. I grew up on a street called Malabar. I'm like, I'm a little aficionado of the street Malabar, if you will. And then we're just, once again, continuing. And then she's like, when Malabar's closed, the Plum community page was so angry about Malabar being closed. And I looked at her and I'm like, I could close Malabar today and no one would notice, because it was the shortcut to Sheetz, and that's all people cared about. Now Sheetz has moved, nobody cares. She's like, you're probably right about that. And she's like, yeah. The one good thing about Malabar being closed, this guy made this video of him pretending to open up Malabar, and it was by far the funniest thing I ever seen. And I'm like, I'm that guy. I opened up Malabar for you.
That's an insane story. That's great. That's
really layered.
It
There's
is.
a lot going on
It is.
there.
It was.
That's
And I
why
was-
it's a true story, because he literally called all of us to tell us that same story the day that it happened.
Jimmy has called me individually, privately, one time, and it was to tell me that story. I'm like, Jimmy McBride. Is everybody okay? Is Mike Devine okay? Like, is something wrong?
Jimmy has called me many times. One of those times was the Malabar story, which I thoroughly enjoyed.
It was
As did
great.
I.
Yeah,
What are the chances I
Unreal.
meet a Malabarian?
What are the chances? What
Yeah.
are the chances?
unreal.
That's wild.
That's awesome,
It
Jimmy.
was meant
Good
to
story.
be. Good job, Jimmy.
I'm glad you could come on here. I'm glad you could come on here to break that story to the public on the Sour
Live.
Plums podcast and give us finally the
An
inside,
inside
scoop.
At Saturday night, my wife is making the Easter baskets, and she has these wind-up chickens, and she bumps one, and one starts like moving a little bit. She's like, "Why is that moving?" I was like, "Oh, Little guy's all wound up, excited to be going. Oh, she did not like that.
For all the
Yeah.
children listening, Jimmy's wife is the Easter Bunny, so that's why she was making the baskets.
Our demographic skew.
You never
Think
know.
we're good.
All right, guys. We have any shout outs tonight?
Do have a shout out. Today is my youngest Kenyon's 13th birthday. Shout out Kenyon. Welcome
Happy
to
birthday,
teenage.
Kenyon.
Happy birthday, buddy.
Happy birthday.
I got one. I'm going to give a shout out to my Malabarian friends. They're moving back to Plum here soon. Just want to give a shout out to them. That's all.
Do they listen to the podcast?
I don't know.
You should probably get them to do that.
They're Mike's age, so it's tough.
I have 2-ish shout outs real quick. My oldest daughters, Mia and Ellie. Mia just turned 16. I think Mike did give her a shout out on the last episode for turning 16.
Mm-hmm.
Terrible driver right now, but we're working on it. She can go straight, can't turn, but she does run track for Plum. And I was trying to look at the live results on Plum, and I Googled, and I came across the Plum records all time for track. And unknowingly, she is in the record books 3 times. She's
wow.
top 15 for I think the 100, 200, and 400. And
Shit. That's awesome.
And she does 0 off-season training because people might watch her train, and she's a psychopath, but I love her. So shout out to her. And then my 13-year-old Ellie, she had a dance competition at Johnstown, not this past weekend, the weekend before, and she was in 7 dances, and 5 of those got first place overall.
Shit.
And then her solo, she placed for the first time overall. I think she got 8 out of like 40 some dances. So shout out to her.
Must get that from their mother.
Definitely not made for dancing.
I do have one more shout out, but I'll let you guys go first.
No, go ahead.
Shout out to Mike Devine dressing like a teenage girl. That was brought up recently.
White shirt, gray sweatpants.
Yep.
Yeah. I have a lot of problems with Mike Devine. That's just one of them.
Yeah. That was, I should have been earlier, but you know what? Shout out to Mike Devine dressing like a teenage girl.
Yeah.
Carry on.
Anyone else? All right. Well, I was going to give a couple shout outs here. Shout out to Jimmy and Mario for stepping in tonight and being part of the show. You're becoming semi-regulars.
Ratings will go up today, boys.
Oh,
absolutely.
At least 2 or 3
Better
listens.
Devine and the worst McBride.
One of these days, we're going to have the better McBride and the better Devine on the same show, and it's just going to be, we'll probably be on TV. Channel 23.
Absolutely.
That's
Do you have
funny
something
to
else?
multiple people. Yes, I do.
Yeah,
Shout out to our own Andy Bartow, the
Oh, boy.
new El Presidente of the Plum Boys basketball boosters. Shout out, Andy.
That should be a lot of fun. Yeah, I'm excited to get started on that. That should be fun. We have a lot of work to do. always. They never really advertise how much work you have to do.
Why would you do that?
Until you.
Congratulations.
No, we have a really good group though, so it's going to be a lot of fun. And I'm excited to get started on that. I think within the next 2 or 3 weeks, we're going to have our first meeting, and from there, we'll just put a lot of fun stuff together. So it'll be good. Thank you, Newman, for that shout out. I want to give a quick shout out. We talk about sponsors on the show a lot, and we mention them, and then we play their ads. But I gotta tell you, just off in the last week, I've personally used 4 of these sponsors. Continental Comb, my son won't go anywhere else for his haircut. And he does a great job. Jenna Mascara real estate team helping finalize and working through a stressful home purchase. But she's helped tremendously. Salute Beer, like my dudes down there, always help me out. Always find the right beers for me and have a lot of good local brews in stock for me. And then Pittsburgh Sports Complex. My son's playing AAU basketball tournaments there a handful of times this year. He always does. They do a great job at that facility as well, keeping it clean, keeping it good for the crowd and the kids. So I'm just saying, like, we have really good small business partners that really help not only us but anybody in the community. So we don't just say their names and read their ads for the hell of it. Go ahead and use them. We vouch for them, and they've supported us over the last 2 years. So thank you to all of our sponsors again, and thank you to you guys for having a great show tonight, and thank you for listening to Sour Plums. Like this episode and subscribe to our channel on SoundCloud, Spotify, YouTube, and Apple Podcasts. Share if you care. We're out.
Deuces.
Hope Jen gets that Cracker Barrel open soon.